Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to WGLNA Season 2, week number 3, day number 2. We have 3 matches already under our belts tonight. Rookhill, Hammer Time, River of Blood, and No Limit are our winners so far. We have 2 more for tonight, Fulcrum Gaming versus Game Over. And our final match will be Simple Tankers versus the Cazadores. Now, Game Over has been a team that has surprised many of us. They have 3 wins against No Limit, Wreak Havoc, and Cat Fascination. One of their losses was up against Cunningham's, which we previously saw. The Fulcrum are 4-1. Their wins were over Pubstars, Cunningham's, and No Limit, another team. And then their only loss so far is Wreak Havoc.
And oddly enough, Wreak Havoc is really low in the standings. They're all the way down to, what is it? They're down to, they have 6 points, only 2 wins in the league. That's really surprising for a team that managed to actually beat Fulcrum Gaming. This is
not the final games for Fulcrum and Game Over, since they're both at 6.
Yep.
Or 5, excuse me. They'll be at 6 after tonight. This is their 6th match, and tomorrow they will have their final matches. Simple Tankers, the following match tonight, it will be their last match. Cazadores will have 1 more tomorrow night, and that's it. After tomorrow night, it's the end of group play, man.
And
That's
we'll
incredible.
See our playoffs and our tiebreakers, which will be interesting.
And
Fulcrum Gaming.
I have been on every broadcast for Tanks except for one night, and that was during week number 1.
And you kept track of that night, guys. I've missed a few nights, so I was sick. And I guess, did they schedule me off for one night? I think so.
I don't know.
Okay.
We're always working. No
I don't really remember.
Even if we're not on camera, we're working in the back, putting together those segments like you guys saw.
I did rebroadcast this morning.
Ruse Clues, yes. Yeah. Yes, we pull out all the stops when it comes to esports. Let's go ahead and jump into our face-off. Fulcrum Gaming versus Game Over. Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Gigmaster, we're going to start with you from Game Over. I brought this up many times with you. You are kind of the dark horse team. You are the team that nobody really expected. You've been performing well. But now you're up against the Season 1 winners, the ones that took home the $50,000 cash prize, and the ones that will be representing America at WCG in China in November. Are you guys intimidated? Are you nervous at all? Or does this feel like any other match?
Definitely not. Definitely not. We understand we're gonna play with the best, but definitely we're not intimidated. We are gonna do our best, and let's see if we can surprise again. Let's see. Hopefully we can do something.
Now you're trying for Fulcrum Gaming. You know, you guys have been on the top for a while now. Coming into the end of Season 2, you have 2 more matches. Is the pressure higher for you to perform, or are you going to treat this match like any other match?
For most of us, any match is the same. Going into this one in particular, again, we've been continuing with roster changes and changing kind of how we work. So I think for some people, the pressure might be a little bit higher, but for people who have been starting for a while, games are games at this point.
Can you detail a little bit more about the roster changes?
Not particularly. We're just kind of shifting around who plays what and who's in right now. When we finalize it, maybe we can talk about it a little bit more.
Is Relic still in a T1?
Yes.
Okay, you'll do just fine then. All right. Do you have any words for Gigmaster before we start this match?
Good luck, have fun. Hopefully we get some good games going on.
Gigmaster, you're muted right now. We can't hear you.
Yeah, I was muted. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, for all of us, good luck.
Okay. Fulcrum Gaming, you have the higher seed. Heads or tails on the coin flip?
Heads.
Heads will be the call, and the flip is tails, which means Game Over, you get map choice or defer.
Yeah, I'm going to defer.
Defer. Fulcrum Gaming, what will be your map?
Steps.
Steps will be the first map choice of Fulcrum Gaming. Game Over, north or south?
South.
You're going to go south side for Game Over. Fulcrum Gaming will take the north. Gentlemen, we'll again see you tomorrow night, but so far it's been a pleasure. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Taking a look at tanks. 2 Pershings, 3 1390s for Fulcrum Gaming, 2 Pershings, a T69, and 2 1390s for Game Over. I was talking about this before we went in. Pershings complement 1390s so well. Consistent fire, great view range, and they're great in hold down. They can be that Fulcrum needs to make a push around, and Pershings are just a fantastic little tank and great amount of hit points as well. 1440 hit points.
Enrique Dante and Nip 100 are going to be spawning down here to the south side in the red. That will be Game Over. To the north is Fulcrum Gaming in the blue. But they're not going to be the ones that are the furthest out. I'm going to jump over to Rafa here. Rafa Beta will be spotted. He will see the Pershings. Will they be able to land some hits? Not sure if he's able to get the angle. Wow, that shot barely missed. That one didn't. Tracked, and another hit on the side. Look at this side play from Jackie Bruno, Nagatron, and Soviet. They have the surround on him, and he goes down. Taking Doc as the next one. He's going to charge forward, trying to hit anything. Fulcrum Gaming set a trap, and it has been sprung against the Brazilian team. Game over.
This is just disgusting, the way they're tearing them apart. Fulcrum Gaming having such a great lead. The approach by the 1390s was perfect. It did not get spotted at all. And now these 1390s are just putting shots into Henrique Dante and Nip 100. While a few tanks appear to be reloading, Pershings will be able to come on in, and Dodoma, along with Hugo Maximus, will just come on in. I believe Henrique Dante looks like to be reloading, and Hugo...
Smashed! Hugo smash as he takes down Henrique Dante. Nip 100 is going to get surrounded. Oh, a shot missed from Henrique. And Dodoma on that 1390 as he was able to juke him for a sack.
Dodoma smash.
And Dodoma is able to smash. 3 tanks left alive. Gandolfo, Drac Hero, and Air Commander. And the 2 T1s are going to be cruising up the...
Drac Hero's going to get taken down by Relics. Not quite. Relics failing to make the connection with Friction will save Relics from screwing up the entire battle.
we
give him a ton of
bad stuff. I know we make fun of him sometimes, but he truly is such a valuable asset to Fulcrum Gaming and to the tank scene as a whole. Now Relics is going to pop up here. Will he get the final kill in that T1?
Friction won't be able to get it. Maybe Relics can pick this up, salvaging the...
Nope, so he's going to go for the ram. It looks like Relics
stealing the kill. That
nice.
Soviet so deserved.
The stats go to Relics on that one. Fulcrum Gaming with that East Valley surround, just around that corner, was a beautiful play from them. But if Game Over had played way more passive, then we wouldn't have seen that, obviously. So how did they know to set that up?
It's just a very solid opening move. When you spawn on the north side of steps, moving into the east, you just have an advantage. I feel like you have better approaches. It's easier to hide those 1390s in transit to the middle, to the halfway point on the east. They made the perfect approach with 1390s, none of them getting spotted out early. Pershing spotted a few tanks, and Game Over just made the strat that perfectly fit with what Fulcrum Gaming was going for. Fulcrum Gaming had a solid opening. They could have gone and done something else if that didn't work at all, or if there were no tanks. But Game Over decided, we'll play the east, and it just doesn't work. Fulcrum Gaming had a better strat, better approach. Taking a look at these loadouts. 2 5100s, 3 IS-3s for Fulcrum Gaming, 2 5100s, 3 IS-3s for Game Over. Mirror lineups, Coach.
Mirror lineups. Indeed, we've seen that a couple times from some of the different matches. Fulcrum Gaming dominated Game Over in that last battle. And let's see what kind of approach Fulcrum Gaming is going to bring to this. West side play, is that what we're going to see, Rookhill? Didn't we both comment that we hadn't seen really a lot of west side play, but then that changed with no limit?
Yeah, certainly. We saw a lot of east side play earlier in the day. Now we're seeing teams favor the west. Just, they don't really, there's no real effect on each other. It's not like each team decides they played east earlier. We can't play the east.
Exactly.
It's spoiled.
Exactly.
But
they don't flip a coin to determine which way they're going to go here.
Well, maybe they do. For all we know, they do.
I like the defensive play of these 2 IS-3s right here, ready to move on a moment's notice, or also turn on a dime to get away from any fire. As there could be some hill play coming out of Fulcrum Gaming, they're going to want to stop that and get those initial shots into those 5100s or IS-3s that could lead the charge.
We're going to
see not going to be the case.
T1 engagement. Relic's going to find Drac Hero, and he's going to fire into a pillar, wasting most of his shells. Relics, can't believe you're letting down Fulcrum like this.
Well,
he was a little fast on the trigger there, and now Drac Hero actually has more hit points than Relics.
I thought he was trying to make Drac Hero fire into the pillar himself by firing once and then moving back in and then coming out.
He fired into the pillar, backed up, realized his mistake, fired a few shots into Drac Hero, but Drac Hero then got to stop, and recognizing Relic's mistake, was able to get a little more damage out. Now, though, we have someone, who is that
Hugo
back there?
Maximus and Jack.
Nagatron is now coming to support Relics, his longtime friend, and save him, salvaging the situation, possibly killing Drac Hero, hopefully taking no damage. Yes, it looks like he will.
And here he goes. Boom.
The ram. not wasting any shells. That would be a huge waste out of a 5100 to waste a shell on a T1 when you could just get away with that ram.
Nagatron, his final words to that T1, "Don't tell Mom the babysitter's dead," as he cruises away.
That's horrible.
Quoting a late 1980s, early 1990s movie.
What movie is that?
Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Well, that's the name of the
Starring
movie?
Christina Applegate. Yeah, great film.
I should watch that.
It is a really good 80s film. That and Drop Dead Fred.
Well, okay.
Nip 100 is able to try to land a shot against Nagatron. Nagatron does take a hit. 770 of the 1400 is AMX 5100. And will he land a shot? Oh, Nip 100 slowly trying to get that angle, and he's able to land a hit against Nagatron. Nagatron misses. Nagatron one shot away from getting destroyed. And he is by Nip 100. Game over, gets the first tactical kill against a Tier 8. And that is going to be difficult for the rest of Fulcrum to deal with because they have taken some damage. Soviet, Hugo Maximus, and Dodoma in the firefight. But Enrique Dante, as we jump over to him, and his IS-3, he is almost locked down here.
This flank coming out of Nip in about 3 seconds is gonna hurt. Jackie Rudo taking a hit. His turret ring is damaged. He's down to 826. Shots going out. Fulcrum recognizing they need to make a push. They need to make something decisive happen because Jackie is down to 51 hit points, and they're still a T8 down. Relics and Friction on the other side are gonna kill a T1, and there is the crucial kill that they need. Jackie Rudo, though, needs to stay alive at 51 hit points. He is just dodging as best as he can as Nip is going to begin a flank.
Some fire going back and forth here, but again, Dorfo in the 5100 is going to try to move to that flank. Jackie Rudo's going to get exposed here really quickly. Will he push up? He might. The IS-3 from Soviet moving around to stop that push from Gandorfo. Beautiful play here from Fulcrum. Gandorfo now is going to be on the run at 366. Dodoma might be lining up another shot here against Nip 100. But decides to back off, and Jackie Rudo still left alive, but Rafa Beta gets a kill against him. Hugo Maximus now going to be brawling straight up to Rafa Beta. Rafa Beta is trying to line up another shot here against Soviet, but Soviet's waiting and trying to see who he's going to fire against. It's going to be Nip 100 and the AMX 100, and Nip misses a shot against Soviet. Hugo and Soviet still left alive. Red Base still under attack with 10 more seconds. Relics could be the one to win this out for Fulcrum Gaming. Hugo Maximus is 2 shots away from being destroyed. Tanking Daka gets destroyed by Hugo. Hugo has a beautiful play, and Relics is able to get the victory.
Relics and Friction, 2 T1s getting the crucial cap to win. Looking at these lineups, T69 and 4 1390s for Fulcrum Gaming. Game over is going to bring, oh wow, the same thing. Did not expect that.
Mirror matchup. And where will these tanks go? The center is what I'm going to guess, but who's going to land those first shots? That's going to be crucial in the first minute here, as the 1390s will have their tanks reloaded in time. Start that engagement by the time these tanks do see it. It's how much of a reload at the beginning, Ruko? Is it the same as a full reload, 40-something seconds?
It's normal time.
Yep, normal time.
Once the timer hits, everyone wants you to know that.
All the crew's like, load, 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 go. And here we go in the center section. We have Rafa Beta and Enrique Dante cruising up to the front lines. And who is going to spot him first? Whoa, it's a lot of Fulcrum. Enrique Dante is going to try to get a shot into Dodoma. He does. And Dodoma is hurt. He's going to have to back out initially.
Taken down to 119. That is huge right at the beginning of this match. Although Soviet might get a chance after numerous tanks are... Oh, wow. Tanking Daka going down.
Nagatron gets the final kill, but Soviet, Kirill, Kill Bill Kirill, is able to get one more shot into Enrique. Will he go for the ram damage? No, he's going to aim right for the back of the hull, and Rafa Beta, he gets another shot on Soviet, but Soviet is going to be completely unloaded. Rafa, no, he's not. He has another shot, and Nagatron cleans it up. Look at the coordination of Fulcrum Gaming.
Just
beautiful
early
play.
aggression. You always see that when you see this many 1390s on Cliff. You can just book it to mid. Whoever makes it to mid first with the best aggression, the best shots, it just wins out. And there's almost never a second engagement that's as decisive. Now Nip will go up against Friction and smash.
He's going to go destroy the T1s because that's what led to the victory last time. A shot being fired and a couple shots from Relics. He's not going to go down without a fight. Nip 100 tries to line up a shot. No, he's going to keep going. Relics may be able to unload a couple more shots for some damage against Nip 100, but Hugo Maximus is on the chase. Relics lines up the hits, and he does 12 damage.
That's, you know, expected.
It's sufficient.
Yes.
Nip 100 is going to be a little bit north of this building. Relic's going to come around the way. He does die, but that is going to activate Hugo Smash mode here. As Hugo Maximus in that Pershing. He has some low health, but that T-69, oh, another shot rings against Hugo Maximus, and Nip 100 is able to get the kill against him.
Elsewhere, Nagatron takes down Herr Commander, and that will remain Nip alone, all alone.
One tank away from a victory from Fulcrum Gaming against Nip 100.
Nip could actually reasonably clutch this in a 1390. There are so many Fulcrum tanks at low health. I mean, Nip's at 85, but... No. Okay.
Nope, it's over.
Okay, I try and get hopes up. Every time I'm crushed.
Kabooyah. Fulcrum Gaming able to take it 3-0 against Game Over. The trade that happened at the beginning was the focus fire on those tanks. Yes, I believe it was Dodoma that took a lot of hits initially, and his 1390 actually got clocked down. He only was able to land and penetrate 3 out of his 4 shots. But the rest of his team did a lot of work, and the T-69 from Hugo Maximus, you know, he did very, very well. He did 1498, 7 for 8 for the shots. And it's landing those shots, man, and focusing down those tanks with the less amount of health that is able to
There was that
execute
one,
well.
Right at the beginning, Dodoma took some serious hits, though. If he'd gone down, I feel like that fight could have gone a different way, because, I mean, losing a tier 8 right at the beginning, then Dodoma doesn't get to put the rest of his shots, and then you have a definite advantage to Game Over right there. But Dodoma backed off, burned his kit, unfortunately, right then. But he would live through, I think, the rest of the match, right?
I believe so. Let me check the stats real quick. He was still left alive from what I saw.
Yeah. So
and yes, he
even
lived.
at the beginning, he goes into like 119 hit points. He still lives to the end of the match. That's important. It's very important to try and keep your tier 8 alive, even at the littlest amount of health. You can do something later that's very important. Members of Fulcrum sharing hit points very well in that battle.
That's right. Well, that does it for Fulcrum Gaming and Game Over. They still have one more match apiece.
So wait, what does that mean for
tomorrow.
Game Over? So right now, for their standings, what does that mean?
Well, they were 3-2, so now they're 3-3.
And they're going to stay at 7. So they can go and tie with no limit, at the very least, for 10 points. But...
And that's tying for 3rd place or 4th place?
That would be... It depends on what PubStars do. If PubStars win, then PubStars will be at 10 points, and that will be a tie for 10, 10, and 10 again, if all 3 of them win. But it looks like... I don't see a way for them to ensure Vegas right now. They're going to have to go to a playoff and some tiebreakers. That's what they can really hope for right now. Fulcrum Gaming, though, 15 points. They're tied up with the Cunninghams right now, and depending on tomorrow, they could be our first seed for Vegas.
Depending on what happens tomorrow night as well. It's all coming down to these decider matches, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about victory points right now. Fulcrum Gaming taking home 3 points in that victory. Let's go ahead and jump into a break as we get ready for our final matchup for the night. Simple Tankers versus Cazadores. Don't go anywhere. You're watching WGLNA.